Have you ever wanted something so badly as a child and been told you couldn't touch it? I definitely have. And the silliest thing is, it could have really helped me. First things first, why am I even thinking about my childhood anyway, right? Well, I don't always choose to. Sometimes I'm just slapped in the face with a memory that pops out of nowhere. And the old me would have been like, where in the HE double hell did that shit come from? And cram it back down into the dark depths of my little peanut brain. But lately, something in me has changed. Something that wants to do better. Not just for me, but for everyone around me. Especially the children in my care. I really do believe that the kids are our future. And I don't know about you, but to me, our future doesn't seem very bright at the moment. But I do believe there's hope. I want to take you back to something small. Small, but not small. I was about 6, maybe 7 years old when I was diagnosed with dyslexia. I don't remember exactly who bought it for me. Maybe it was my parent, maybe a grandparent, maybe even a family friend. But after that diagnosis, a big white box with huge blue letters appeared in the house. Hooked on Phonics. It had white cassette tapes, bright white, with colorful stickers on them, and little books that matched each tape. I had never seen cassette tapes like that before. My dad's were all black or clear. These felt special, important. The commercials were always on the TV all the time. Hooked on Phonics worked for me. And I remember thinking, I have that. That can help me. But it wasn't on a shelf in my room. It wasn't in the living room. It was in a closet, my parents' closet. And for whatever reason, they didn't want me to touch it. I don't know if it was too expensive and they thought I would ruin it without help, but never quite had enough time to help me with it. Or if possibly the person who could have or might have given it to me offended them somehow by giving it to me. I'm not really sure, and I'll never know. But one thing I do know is I would sit in that closet and stare at that box. Sometimes I would sneak in when no one was home and my parents were at work. I'd lift it out carefully and open it slowly. I can still feel the thick cardboard and the rip of the Velcro on my hands. I always thought that was so strange. Velcro on cardboard. I would touch the little tapes with my hands. I would flip through the books. I did have a small radio. I could have used it, but I wasn't allowed to, so I didn't. And when I was done, I would put everything back exactly the way it was. Close the lid and close the closet door and pretend like I had never touched it. And I've been thinking a lot about that child lately. So I asked myself something. If 6-year-old me was sitting in that closet right now and I walked in, what would I do? Well, I tell you one thing, I wouldn't leave her there. We'd pull that box out together. We'd grab our little pink and black Walkman, the headphones. We'd take it out of that dark closet and into the living room where it was bright and where the light was good, where we didn't have to hide. And we would sit on the floor and press play. And if she wanted to read all those little books, we would read them. And if she wanted to read different storybooks, I'd read those to her too. If she wanted to play, I'd play with her. If she was hungry, I'd feed her. If her hair had tangles, I'd comb them out gently. In fact, I wouldn't change a single hair on her little head. Her brown curls were perfect as they were. If she needed a hug, I'd give her one. And I would tell her, you don't have to sit in this house alone anymore. You don't have to be scared anymore. No one is going to leave you by yourself ever again. And I am not going away. And maybe there's a version of you sitting in a closet somewhere too. Maybe it's not a literal closet like mine, but maybe it's a memory, a moment, a box you weren't allowed to open, a question that was never answered. If you walked in right now, what would you do? Would you leave them there? Or would you take their little hand? Would you bring them out into the light? Would you sit on the floor and press play on whatever they weren't allowed to touch? You don't have to wait for someone else to come back and fix it. You can walk in. You can open the box. You can say the words they needed to hear. And you can stay. And sometimes healing doesn't look like getting an apology. Most of the time, the people that did whatever don't even remember or deny it. Sometimes it looks like becoming the one who doesn't go away. Sometimes it looks like becoming the person little you always needed. Before we close this space, I want you to take one slow breath in. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Again. And let it go. And if you're comfortable, place one hand on your chest and one hand on your stomach. Do you feel that? That's you. Here. Now. Notice the room around you. Notice the light. Notice the floor beneath your feet or the chair beneath your body. You are not in that closet anymore. Your inner child may have been. Your memories may have been. But your body right now is here, safe. Take another breath. And imagine that little version of you, the one sitting quietly waiting. Instead of leaving them in the memory, imagine them gently stepping forward and standing beside you. Not trapped, not hidden, just with you. You don't have to fix everything tonight. You don't have to reopen every box. All you have to do is stay. Feel your feet. Wiggle your fingers. Look around and name 3 things you can see. Let your nervous system know this moment is over. You survived it. You are here. And if anything feels stirred up, drink some water. Wash your hands or face. Step outside and feel the air or the ground beneath your feet. It's time to press play on your life now, and not from the closet, from the living room, or rather, the room of the living. And remember, you're always allowed to touch the things that are meant to help you. I'll see you next time. Bye.